Hey everyone, happy Wednesday. I feel like where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? I'm giving you guys a different locale every week where I'm reporting live from. Um, I am in my new office and we're loving it. Hopefully, this transition hasn't been a burden to anybody. If so, I really want to know about it because we want to be as available as possible. But I think this is a really good fit for our practice, having a space where our doctors can expand on their workspace and have the ability to work together as a team in one quieter space. So I think it's a really good move. We're progressing right along with other renos, like getting our exam room going and starting to look at some spaces at the resort as well to improve upon. So I will get the details to those teams as those things are settled on and we get started. I'm really looking forward to it. One biggie that we're doing this week specifically is we're rebalancing the air in our finishing room and talking about making some swaps to that space, but making it cooler in there because I know it's been really uncomfortable. So hopefully that makes the space more comfortable and a better use to our practice. That's the biggie for this week. Okay, going on to our other updates, please sign up for Family Adventure Day. It is so important. We can make a big difference. We have about 600 kids who come through for that event each year. It benefits the Healing House, who does bereavement services for children and a whole slew of other awesome things now. Your time is so valuable and impactful to that organization. I hope that you can find a way to help out because we really need you to make it successful and awesome. The next thing that I wanted to talk about is we opened up our availability on our schedule for over-the-counter appointments. We used to just do those Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and now they're open 5 days a week between 8 and 5, and then Saturdays 8 to 12. Great job for Danielle getting that position covered with a nurse so that we can make that really a smooth service that we offer and consistent and hopefully not such a burden on those concentrated days that we had it before. So I'm really proud to have that going on. The next thing that I wanted to talk about is our coupon that we offer. That's our $50 off coupon. It's $50 off of $100. It's offered on Google and a few other little select places. What's been happening lately is I'm pretty sure of it that this coupon has been misused. It's pretty clear that we are offering it to clients once they make it into the building for whatever reason. Y'all, that is not how this thing works. It's a marketing coupon. It's for our business. I know sometimes we get so caught up in serving the individual, and I really love that. But I need you guys to stay business-minded in some senses sometimes. It's how we pay the bills, y'all. We have a profit margin that we have to meet. And when we misuse things like that, it really cuts into those. Basically, I should see my Google referrals and our clicks on those coupons add up to the same number that's reported in Avamark, and they don't, which means that we're just entering those coupons when we feel like it or when we think that the situation calls for it, not actually when the client finds us that way. That's a misuse, it's inappropriate, and it doesn't fit. So I need to do better on that immediately. That means that the client should find that organically. They should go and look for a veterinary hospital, be introduced to us, see that on their own, and be naturally incentivized to come in and use it, not just given it as a little bonus because you feel for their situation or you think it'll make them happy or pleased with our care. Those two things don't really have too much to do with one another. It's mostly, again, just an incentive for them to take a chance on a new veterinarian, and then they get here and we thrill them and we're their veterinarian for life because we give good care. Don't blend those situations unnecessarily. So I should not see an overuse of those going forward. Everybody needs to understand how that works. You certainly can apply them when clients show you naturally, but they should always bring up the service coupon, not you. They should have it ready to go. If that continues to be overused, we're going to have to either modify or discontinue that, and that'll be a real shame because I think it's a good thing to offer if it's done correctly. So please fix yourself on that. And the next thing that I wanted to talk about is the grooming van. We're making a lot of progress, getting a lot of things done. We absorbed that business, Bespoke, and Rachel has been operating the van this week. Brooke jumped in. She's grooming also, and the groomers are kind of making their schedule work going forward. The biggie this week that we're focusing on is bringing clients from that grooming software into Avamark to make it a little bit smoother. We want to make it to where all of our clients who come, or who, I guess not come, but who utilize the mobile grooming service, they should get the same benefit as the rest of the clients in our Avamark and Atlantis systems, which means we want to be able to text them reminders and give them access to all of our abilities. So I'm going to work with the customer care team directly on how to get those clients into Avamark. And one of the solutions is going to be that we're going to mimic the schedule from the grooming software onto the Avamark calendar. So all the way to the right hand side, we'll have a column for groomer. We'll stack their appointments up in the order that they're scheduled each day and be able to communicate with our customer care team and our groomers together about what that particular client needs, how the charges will be handled if we're waiting on new client forms, that kind of thing. I'm going to get with the customer care team directly by video just to smooth out that process and tell them everything that they need to do and everything they need to expect. Just wanted to tell everybody else why that column's there so that you don't feel like you need to do anything with it or disrupt it in any way. It'll just be there hanging out. The next thing that I wanted to talk about is our client service. We've had some struggles, y'all, in a couple of ways, by phone and in the lobby. Those are really the all-star areas for interacting with clients and the biggest areas where clients can slip through the cracks or be disappointed. Customer service is everybody's job. And when the clients are in those areas, there's no exception to that. Yes, primarily the customer care team is in those areas to take care of them, whether it's by phone from the call center or in the lobby, directly doing business with them. But everybody else is encouraged to help. We've had clients who are slipping through the cracks because they're left on hold for too long. We've had clients who are slipping through the cracks because nobody answered their call and it rang and rang and rang. We've had clients who are kept waiting in the lobby because there's long lines in one lobby, and I see an opportunity for them to be served in the other lobby with a team who's ready and waiting, but there's not a connection made there. So there's a lot of areas where you can improve, and those should be obvious. First thing that we're going to do is we're going to add a customer care team member to the call center team during some peak times where we know we're busy and understaffed, and that should help a lot. But it's not going to do the whole job. The next thing that we're going to do is we are going to change the ringing sequence to where all of the phones through the practice ring if not answered in the call center by the third ring. Then it should be important to everybody, if you hear a phone ringing, you have to answer it. The next thing that we're going to do is I'm going to encourage everybody, and I'm going to start calling you out if I see clients who are waiting in the lobby and there's nurses standing by in the lab or customer care team members on either side of the lobby where there's not balanced care and attention given to clients. That should not happen. When we walk through the lobby, if you see people waiting and it's obvious that they're waiting on us, everybody needs to prioritize to stop what they're doing and ask that client how you can help them. I guarantee that you can help them. Same thing goes by phone. So here's some scenarios on how you could help somebody who's waiting. If the phone is ringing and left on hold, or if it's ringing and you answer it, no matter who you are, no matter how long you've worked here, you should be able to think on your feet that whatever the client asks you for, we're going to be able to do. And so what you can do is then just meet their need. Here's an example for me. I'm not very strong at making boarding reservations in Atlantis. I worry that I'm going to make a mistake because there's details to it that I'm not really fluent in. I don't do it often. But that's never stopped me from answering the phone. And here's why. I know that reasonably speaking, we're going to be able to accommodate that pet staying with us in some kind of way. And so I write down what they need, how long they want to stay, where they want to stay, what they want to do when they stay. I try and locate their record in Avamark, and if not, I get them one started. And I put all those details down, and then I go find one of my friends in the call center, at the front desk, at the resort, and I say, hey, can you help me finish this up? And a lot of times they're like, yeah, I'll just take it from you and you go back to doing your business. That's my dream, because then we all worked together to meet that client's need, and they're going to call the client if there's a missing detail or if we're not able to accommodate it, and they're going to work it out. The other thing is in the lobby, sometimes clients will ask us to refill a prescription, and I might not know how to do that, or I might not have the time to do that, but I can definitely get exactly what they need and connect them with the right person. And it might take just as long, but them knowing that we're working towards meeting their needs and a resolution, a lot of times really hits the spot. Sometimes in the lobby, I've even found that clients are like, yeah, I can't remember which pet food that I buy for my dog or cat. And so that's an easy fix. I'm like, okay, great. Do you know why they eat it? Or I'm going to ask them to look in their record and see what they've bought before. And I'll go pull that thing off the shelf and get their order started with them. And by the time that we're done with that, the line is shortened and they're ready to check out. There's 100 scenarios where you can help people, even if you don't know your way totally around. But neglecting them and ignoring them because you're scared you can't see something all the way through is unacceptable. I believe in the philosophy of you spot it, you got it. If you see someone in need, you have to intervene. If you see a client waiting by phone, you have to at least try to help them. And y'all, there's no shame in telling a client, hey, I've never done this before, but we're going to figure this out together. I think that's the most humble thing to say, and it comes totally across because guess what? That is so much better than waiting, and it speaks volumes to our service. I'm holding you each accountable for doing that, because clients slipping through the cracks because we can't answer the phone on time or we can't tell them how their pet's doing in the hospital, that's unacceptable. Keeping people waiting because we're backed up in one lobby or we had a surge of people come through, yet we've got team members standing by, that's unacceptable, y'all. We can do better than that. Every single day we say we create the wow one pet at a time. That's assuming that those pets don't decide to come here by themselves and they walk in with clients and the client gets included in that pet's experience. So every day we create the wow one patient and their owner at a time is what it really should say. I'm counting on you guys to do better with that, and we're going to give you all the resources to do that. You just really have to have the will. So I'm going to start calling you out if you don't, and I'm expecting to see this better pretty much immediately. I think overall we do a good job. I don't mean to come down on you unnecessarily. It's just overall isn't 100% of the time, and we're in this for the A+. So I want to bring up the rear and finish this thing out so we can really say we created the wow every pet every time. That's what the mission is. And so we need to get behind that and say we can't accept people falling through the cracks for any reason. Let's do better. Let's have an awesome end to this week and make sure that we created the wow every single pet, every single time, with every single team member behind it. All right, y'all, that's it for this week. I hope you have a good one and enjoy it. Bye.